abundance within me, I can have also a poverty. Well, that completely redefines the playing field about poverty, right? I guess it would be safe to say that everybody that stands before God is poor. If you're not poor, you don't need a Savior. The world was so dark that the Savior of the world came in to reveal the light. Everybody in here, in the room, truly has a form of poverty. I think the answer to hope and holiness and joy is to understand what that poverty is and then fill it properly. Not with a false love, but a true love. Say I grew up in a home where I was not loved and was not hugged and was not appreciated. Guess what? I'm going to be like Pac-Man, gobbling up anybody that looks at me, tells me I'm good, tells me I'm beautiful, tells me I'm likable, tells me I fit in, tells me whatever. And I'm going to be like, wow, you just filled my poverty. And I'm going to say, that's great. But sometimes that kind of approach comes with a hook in it. And so I bite the worm and I get reeled in and I find myself compromised. I find myself in an unhealthy situation. Now I was starting with a lack, okay? I had an empty cup. That's what I was defining for you tonight. Let's just not necessarily make it an empty cup, and I hope this isn't toxically boring, but if I have a cup that has something in it, but it has a hole in it, right? So constantly it's dripping, right? Isn't that a terrible thing to go through life with a constantly dripping cup? You will never be satisfied with what's in the cup or be filled with what you think is in the cup. It's a very important part in your journey now to find out where is your poverty. It's really rough sometimes because you got to stare God in the face and say, Lord, where am I lacking? But there's hope, okay? Because wherever there is a lack in you, God can fill it, okay? God can fill that. God has the bubble gum that puts on the bottom of the cup so it stops leaking. Life is a constant sense of filling my poverty, okay? And I think the problem is that we have so easily defined, guys, the definition of poverty as the sandwich to the guy, good, stay over there, I'm good with that, I'm going to do mission work. And I'm coming to face in my own life that poverty is an opportunity. Poverty is an opportunity for God to fill me. Poverty is an opportunity for God to put his gum on the hole. If you can begin to just grasp poverty throughout your life, in the proper understanding, you will always seek to fill it properly. Okay? Because you will always seek to find the proper solution. Everybody that's seeking love is only seeking to fill the poverty. Every time you go into confession, you have a hole that needs to be filled by God. It's kind of paradoxical. I go in with my stuff. I think like I got all this baggage. It's really the paradox. I actually go in lacking. Are you with me? So I struggle with anger, promiscuity, and pride. And what is it? Really a lack of peace, right? A lack of purity, a lack of honesty, humility. And what do I want God to do? Fill those virtues, to push out the vices, and to fill me up. Man, poverty is an opportunity. Poverty is not a bad word, in one sense. Poverty is God's opportunity to give himself to you. Everyone in this room has more than one kind of poverty. Everybody. And I see it as hope. Because I can tell you right now, there's nobody that can fill your poverty except Christ. So what you're doing here right now is you're telling me you're poor enough to know that you're poor when you come to the Newman Center. Right? It really puts a different spin on us when everyone thinks, oh, you're so holy. And you say, no, I'm just so poor. I'm just poor enough to know that I need somebody to fill me, and that's Christ.